What in the world is it like to be part of a game like the one you were in the National Football League, Raheem Mostert?
I tell you what, it's a lot of fun, Rich. To be able to be out there with the guys, just having fun, doing what we do best, and just enjoying the moment. It's truly something special and something that's going to go down in history. I know that we didn't get the top notch of having the most points scored ever in a game, but hey, to be able to say that we're up there at the pinnacle is definitely something
But
remarkable.
I mean, you know how tough it is to win in the NFL and how tough it is to come up with points against grown-ass men looking to make sure you do not get a yard, let alone score. 70 points and a 50-point win, Raheem. That is nuts. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's when you think about it, man, it honestly it really is crazy because these are grown men out here that are competing and battling each and every day. And to be able to put 70 points on the board, 50 points, and win, that big of a margin, it's almost unheard of, especially in this league where it's tough to run the ball, it's tough to even pass the ball, and it's tough to put points on the board in itself.
And I don't know if you're a talker out on the field. Are you a talker out on the field, Raheem?
I usually like to talk a little bit.
Okay.
But I let my actions speak for itself.
But the reason why I asked that is a setup to say, like, do you even stop talking at some point when you're beating somebody like the way you were beating them, Raheem?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you should stop talking. I mean, I just tell them to check the scoreboard. I think that's enough that needs to be said.
Right. And so what did you sense from the Broncos defenders in the middle of that onslaught, Raheem?
I mean, I could just tell that the guys were about ready to just be done with the game. As we were, we don't want to keep putting on a show like that. You want to just run the ball out and unfortunately, for them, they still had to stop us. And even stopping the run, it was kind of tricky for them.
Raheem Mostert of the Miami Dolphins, fresh off of the 70-20 win over the Denver Broncos. You are the perfect guy to ask about the coach here because you've known Mike McDaniel for quite some time back in your San Francisco days. When was the first time you met him, Raheem?
Yeah, the first time I met Mike was when he actually joined the staff, I believe in 2017. He was the run game coordinator. And, me and him became very close simply because I would go to his office and we would have one-on-one talks about, the upcoming week and the opponent, whoever we played. And, I just try to get little bits and pieces of nuggets that I possibly can to elevate my game. And I just took wind of how fond he knew the game so well and how he can literally break down each and every position of the defense, the defensive line, what they're, at the week during the week, what they're going to give us. And it just became a great relationship between him and I.
Well, Andrew Hawkins once told a story about him getting some coaching tips from him about footwork and getting off the line with certain footwork and how it will cause you to be open pretty much 100% of the time, and how just that little nuance is something that helped his game. Do you have something like that for me from McDaniel that he's told you that you've picked up, some sort of detail that you can give the audience here, Raheem?
Yeah. So, when a running back, or I mean, anybody that's running a route and they want to get a little bit of a separation aspect, one thing that he taught me and some of my cohorts is, put your foot down on the same side that you're going to. So hard left to go left, as we call it. So you put your left foot down. If you want to do a double up move, put your left foot down and then put your right foot down, and then, explode off that right foot and go left. And then it's this vice versa. If you want to go right, put your right foot down, hard right to go right. So those little things right there, for him to be able to teach guys like myself or the receivers, it just shows you the capabilities that he has and the intellect that he has in order to go out here and help, players produce at a high level.
What about sometimes tossing it to you as opposed to having it handed to you and giving you some sort of an angle? I kind of see that a lot.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
Yeah. So in regards to like the toss plays, It's still outside zone, but it's almost kind of like a trick play for the defense. When the linebackers are reading their key reads and they see my footwork and it looks like it's gonna be a full outside zone play, and really it's not a stretch. That gets them to overplay the play, and then the O-line can basically get them in at the right exact moment in order for them to get their blocks. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things that go on in this offense that, it definitely helps. Jet sweep motions also. It just puts a funk in the defenders. So there's a lot of key aspects in the offense that, defenses have to manage.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.